Hello, I'm China Min from Comsco. Nice to meet you through this digital course. Comsco is Korean Minting, Security Printing, and ID Card Operating Corporation, which is public company 100% invested by Korean government. We are acting as manufacturer and operator of Korean banknote, coin, and IDs, including mobile ID. Today, I'm going to explain about the digital ID service of Korea. Digital ID is more advanced technology than just showing national ID on smartphone screen. It providing safe and convenient identity authentication functions necessary for people's daily life through high-level security and high connectivity with the internet environment. Digital ID service, which can be used in everywhere, both online and offline environment. It is necessity, not an option, and it is becoming a reality. In this chapter, I would like to give you an overview of the mobile national ID of Republic of Korea. This is contents of this chapter. I will introduce Korean mobile ID's introduction backgrounds, technical overview, service status, future plans, and some case studies of how it's being used in practice. National ID of Korea has been developed along with the security demands of the times and the development of security technology. By replacing paper ID certificates into plastic ID card, we enhanced the durability and usability of ID certificate. And we also have reduced of the crime using ID theft by continuous development of latest anti-counterfeiting technology. On the year of 2021, we introduced new driver's license cards that IC chip embedded. This chip is installed. Comsco developed it up-to-date card operating system. The new driver's license protects personal information with strong security, and it also helps issuance of the mobile driver's license introduced at the same time. Moreover, Korean government added option for English version of driver's license on the backside. Person who issues the English version of driver's license can use it at over 63 countries without any further certificate acquisition procedure. This is social background of mobile ID adoption. As you already well know, the world is rapidly digitizing now. Because of the COVID-19, online and non-face-to-face service are growing so fast. Regarding this, social cost for KYC service increasing every year. KYC service is abbreviation of Know Your Customer, which is the online process verifying identity of customers. Therefore, compared with those digital developments, the plastic cards risk, which are vulnerable to crime using personal information, are significantly considered. These are challenges. When Korean governments introduced the mobile national ID system, there were challenges that must be considered. First, all citizens of Korea, including ICT vulnerable persons such as children, elderly, or persons who can't afford expensive ICT device, can use their ID conveniently. and it must be usable in both online and offline environments without the risk of leaking personal information. Lastly, it should be a convenient ID platform which can be used without worrying about information abuse and mass information leakage due to centralized or personal information. To solve these challenges, we have overviewed the paradigm shift of digital ID authentication. In this chart, service provider is company that provides specific service after verifying the ID of an individual. Government office, banks, and online markets are in these categories. The reliable third party is company that changes personal information into encrypted certification. The most important part of digital ID technology is protection of personal information. The technology has been developed to protect abuse of personal information for crime, and the method has been developed from solid identities to federated identities, which is certificate method, to self-sovereign decentralized identification. Let's look into each method briefly. The first method is solid identity, which individuals provide their raw personal information to service providers. In this case, personal information is stored and managed by each service providers. Individuals should provide personal information to each service providers to use their online or offline services, and should memorize numerous IDs and passwords issued by each service provider. Service providers have burden of storing and managing massive personal information. This method is still used in some places. Next is federated identity. Certificate method is developed to compensate for the shortcomings of the solid method. Individuals send personal information to reliable third party, and reliable third party provides encrypted authentication method. We call this as certificates. In this case, personal information is centralized into reliable third party. Depending on its capability, massive information leakage can be occurred. This method is currently the most used method. Lastly, the self-sovereign identity authentication method, which is applied the most up-to-date technology. Personal information is fully owned by individuals. Individuals can select and provide only the information they need, and service providers can authenticate identity without storing and managing personal information. Our duties and rights handling the personal information are on individuals. This is the most secured way to authenticate identification with blockchain technology. Now, I will explain about structure of the mobile ID of Korea. Korea's mobile ID is adopted the most up-to-date technology, which is decentralized ID. This chart explains the information flow of Korea's mobile ID. After mobile ID applied, applicants providing their information to issuing agency and should visit the issuing center to face-to-face identification. Then they can get IC card. Personal code for each user is encrypted and stored into the IC chip of the ID card. This personal code is for identify of the applicants. An issuing agency has to set the password to applicants directly on the ID card. This password is for access to personal code to activating the mobile ID. After full ID authentication process at the mobile ID application, issuing agency issues personal information to the applicant's smartphone and stores the issuance history in the blockchain. When people using mobile ID, users send personal information to service provider directly upon request of the service provider. At this moment, the user can select the personal information to be transmitted, and the personal information is encrypted with service provider's public key after signed with the user's personal key. So, service provider can decrypt the personal information using its public key and verifies the user's signature comparing with the issuance data in the blockchain platform to check integrity of the information. What are the advantages of the decentralized ID? First, people can keep on personal information safe. Individuals will be able to use online or offline services by providing only the minimum amount of information in their own decision. Second, lessen the burden of security and cost for ID authentication and data protection so that people can get better services from the service providers with granted security. Third, increasing in administrative efficiency. The government will be able to manage various national ID cards by building a single mobile national identity card platform. For the last, as you can see in this chart, mobile ID can be used conveniently in various fields. This will contribute to the improvement of the quality of life of the people. Now I'll explain about the mobile IDs currently operated in Korea. This is the Mobile Public Officer ID project, a pilot project to build a mobile ID platform in Korea. This system was also developed as blockchain-based decentralized ID. It includes building access, intra-network login, certificate storage, and ID card function in government buildings. Next chart is a schematic diagram of a mobile driver's license. You can see that it is the same structure as the decentralized ID system diagram we saw earlier. Since this is the national ID platform, Comsco, a public corporation in Korea, was developed and operating mobile driver's license platform. Is decentralized ID with blockchain secure enough? These questions may arise. Of course, blockchain and decentralized ID method is the most secure technologies existed, but mobile ID containing people's personal information must be protected with strongest means. Therefore, Korean government changes plastic ID card into IC chip installed ID card. With CardOS system, that achieved CCEAL 5+ level, which is the high-level certification of International Common Criteria. In addition, when issuing or renewing a driver's license, at least one visit to the issuing center and go through the face-to-face confirmations are required as mandatory. Comply with the security level corresponding to the highest level of international level of authentication. People can obtain a mobile driver's license by NFC connection with their smartphone. This is the procedure for issuing a mobile driver's license of Korea. I will explain it under the assumption that you apply the mobile driver's license in Korea. If you apply for a mobile driver's license online or offline, issuance of an IC card-shaped driver's license will take precedence. You must visit issuing center to get a driver's license card. When you visit the issuing center and complete face-to-face identification, you will register your own IC card PIN number, which only you will know according to the guidance of the officers. Now, you can issue a mobile driver's license using an IC driver's license. Open the Mobile ID application and complete the facial authentication. After that, you should link the IC driver's license with your smartphone by NFC communication and finish checking the PIN number. You can retrieve a mobile ID. To enhance security, you can register additional biometric authentication procedure such as facial authentication or fingerprint recognition. The Korean government launched a mobile driver's license service in 2021, starting with the Mobile Public Officer ID in 2020. In 2022, we started developing a mobile veteran certification card, and this service will be started in June 2023. Then users can keep their mobile driver's license and National Veteran Certification card together in one application. The government of the Republic of Korea plans to further expand the service to all the major IDs such as National ID card so that people can conveniently use ID service with one platform and one application. We plan to increase the type of related services as well as the type of IC cards in. As you can see, Korea's mobile ID provides services linked to various fields. As of May 2023, about 100 types of services are being linked. We are planning to continuously expanding it to create a society that all activities are possible in any place just by carrying a mobile ID. As a final chapter, I will show you some user cases. The first case is an example of using a QR code in offline environment. Like when you requested identity confirmation by presenting your ID card. This function can be used in any situation in card requested, such as at the road by traffic police, or airport flight gate, or convenience store. The mobile ID applications generates a unique QR code for each individual. Requesting person can take a photo of the QR code with the mobile ID verify application. Then identity information will be appear on the screen. Through this method, The identity authentication function is applied to unmanned vending machines for adult authentication. Through linkage with the QR code provided from the machine, only necessary information can be provided to activate the service. These functions can be applied to various unmanned services, not only for the adult products such as alcohol and cigarettes, also can be applied to other unmanned services such as local amusement park, hotels, restaurants, and car rental companies. When you select the service on the machine, this will show a QR code containing the ID request. The user can read the QR code through the mobile ID application and approve the providing of information. Mobile ID can be used more conveniently in an online environment. The leftmost screen is a common digital signature service provided by the Korean government. By linking this service with mobile ID, user can log in to the online environment in a very easy way. If you select mobile ID in this system, you will receive a mobile push alarm. When you can access the application through these push notifications, you can check requests and approve information provision. Now, let's open an account at the bank using mobile ID. When touch the button written Identification using mobile ID application, the mobile ID application will be launched. After self-authentication in the mobile ID application, the necessary personal information is directly submitted to the bank server. Identity verification is complete when the bank server verifies the integrity of this information from the blockchain platform. Thank you for your kind interest in Korea Digital ID and for watching this contest to the end. Thank you.